meaning if we're the ones uploading it, we'll stop the queue ourselves, and then we will send to our connected socket that the transfer did stop. And also close the queue, either way. Now let's make our stop method. Pause transfer. Transfer queue, queue. If queue.type equals queueType.upload, then queue.pause and return. If we're downloading it and we want the uploader to pause it, then we'll send our packet .write byte headers.pause pw.write queue.id and send pw.getBytes. And that's good. Now let's add another method. If you remember that overall progress bar that we have in the form, we'll make that method now. Public int get overall progress. Int overall equals 0 for each key value pair int transfer queue pair in transfers. Overall plus equals pair dot value dot progress. If overall is greater than 0, just so .NET doesn't yell at us for trying to divide by 0, we'll just check that. Now overall equals overall times 100 divided by transfers.count times 100. Okay, back to math class, in case some of you are like, huh? So let's say we have a couple transfers with progress of 80%, 50%, and 10%. If we want to get the overall progress of all three of these, we'll take them and we'll add them together. So 80 plus 50 plus 10. Then we'll take that and we'll multiply it by 100. And then we'll get our result. And then we'll divide it by the number of transfers, which will be 3 times 100. And then we'll get a percentage of 46%. So that's how you get an overall progress of things. And after we do our calculation, return our overall progress. Now that we have that stuff out the way, if you remembered that process method that we didn't code yet, now let's head over to that. Private void process. Let's create our packet reader based on our buffer. You guys remember this. Let's get our header. Now headers.q int id equals pr.read int32 string file name equals pr.readString long length equals pr.read int64 transfer queue equals transfer queue.create download queue. this ID path dot combine output folder and path dot get file name. I think I already did that. Oh, I really don't remember what's file name. And close that out. And our length. Q. Oops. And head back to transfer queue and create download queue and queue.id equals ID. I forgot something. Now head back to transfer client. Underscore transfers dot add ID queue, and if queued not equal to null, queued this and the queue. Case headers dot start int ID equals pr.read int 32 if underscore transfers dot contains key ID underscore transfers ID dot start. Case headers dot stop break int ID equals pr.read int 32 if underscore transfers dot contains key ID transfer queue. We'll grab the queue from the transfers now that we know that it's there. Stop the queue and close it and call our stopped event and underscore transfers dot remove the queue ID. Case headers dot pause int ID equals pr.read int 32 if underscore transfers dot contains key ID underscore transfers ID dot pause. It'll pause and it'll unpause, so we don't need two separate headers for that. And now the main part, chunk. Int ID equals pr.read int 32 long index equals pr.read int 64 int size equals pr.read int 32 and byte array buffer equals pr.read bytes size. Now let's get our download queue. Queue equals underscore transfers ID queue dot write buffer index queue dot progress equals like we did in our class for uploading queue dot transferred times 100 divided by queue dot length if queue dot last progress less than queue dot progress queue dot last progress equals queue dot progress if progress changed not equal to null progress changed this and the queue. If queue dot progress equals 100 then queue dot close and we'll call complete. If complete not equal to null complete this queue. And pr.dispose. Okay, let's review what we did so far. So if our connected socket starts an upload, Q will be the header, and then we'll receive the ID, the file name, and the length. We'll create our download queue. We'll add the queue to our transfer list, and then we'll call our event, which will let our form know that a transfer has been queued. And then we'll call start once we get all of our stuff set up in the list view. When we call start, then we'll call, this will be in the uploaders. This will be called when we call start from our download client. We'll send start to our upload client, and then with the ID, and then we'll start the transfer. With stop, basically the same thing, except we're going to call stop instead of start. And we'll also call our stopped event. With pause, pretty self-explanatory. And with chunk, this is basically just this in reverse, as you can see. Read the ID, the index, the size, get the bytes from the packet reader. We'll get the transfer, we'll write the buffer, get the progress, let everyone know if there is progress, and if the progress is 100%, close it, and then call our complete event. Alright, take a breather, the hard part is over. Now all we have to do is just go to our form and just set everything up.